You got Conan, the barbarian, destroyer, thief. He has stolen legendary treasures and killed many men whose names he never knew. Can you imagine living back in the day, right? And having to deal with a whole bunch of supernatural things or just creatures with limited technology? That's Conan. In comics, you get to see crazy interactions like Scarlet Witch and Conan the Barbarian having like little cute romantic spicy moments. Let's get it. Without no superpowers can for some reason battle super soldier level beings like Captain America because he's a strong human and you don't need superpowers to be able to match the strength of beings on this level and even get the advantage when it comes to fighting speed. Apparently even mutants like Wolverine. That's Conan the Barbarian for you. Conan is one of those characters that was born back in the day, back when technology was trash. He has been incorporated into the Marvel Universe via time travel and etc. You're going to see in this video how he was interacted with the current heroes and all the interesting things. There's even some interesting interactions between him and the current heroes and how he sees some things in society as weird, like Las Vegas and all that good stuff. But yeah, he was one of those characters born in battle. Since he's such a warrior, he's ridiculously strong because of the barbaric time he's in, fighting all these super large creatures throughout his history and accomplishing amazing things throughout his adventures. They raided, got treasures, women, drank, partied, saved people they cared about, did so with an iron fist, with a shield, sword. Just got to learn how to be a real man and survive during these times. But how strong is Conan? Let's get it. He has a lot of fighting experience. Even when he's young, fought a wolf. So he's always been in tip-top shape and took care of the wolf with his teeth. That's barbaric. While it is true that he has ridiculous physical strength, fighting skills is on top of it that helps his striking even more. Giant turtle crab man, he put him in like a little wrestle hold showing his physicals. You believe he's a super soldier yet? Being able to wrestle 4 gorillas and win at the same time? Big freaking bears like this, he can actually match in strength. Wins a literal hugging contest with a bear on this side. Incredible might. Nope, gorillas, y'all aren't safe either. Panthers, y'all aren't safe either. It's little pictures like this that really give you an idea of the stuff he always has to face. Gigantic snakes like that. You see what I'm saying? Several wolves he take care of. Even beings that have the size advantage like giants he can out wrestle. He's battled giant scorpions using his own body against them. Leopards, y'all don't want no smoke. Supposedly unbreakable grips he can still break. Part of this is skills and strength put together. He knows methods that help him to break the strongest grip. Even if you're armored, you're not safe from your neck getting popped. Giant stone altars, he can crumble. Leg strength kicking through wood or kicking through doors off the hinges. Who do you know that's normal can box it with a giant ape? I'm just saying. Or can send you through a thick wooden door with a hit. With that level of punching power, he can do some one punch man and punch your face off. So he kind of has to hold back his strength if he punches you, if we're being honest, because he might just splat you. You know you're strong when you can just literally tunnel under the ground. Anything in his environment he can use as a weapon and sling it around like a bat, even boulders this big. Literally doesn't mind using people as weapons. I'll hit a mofo with another mofo. Pushes down horse because he's that strong. Even while young, he can toss big rocks like that. This guy be picking up full horses with even riders on their back. In this occasion with Thor, yeah, I know that's crazy. He tosses at Thor. Thor was depowered, by the way. I mean, Conan's strong for a human, but he ain't God of Thunder level strong. These large demons, he threw a rock to where he was helpless. Large granite statues, he can toss more than once. Space rocks, he can throw hard enough to where they shatter. Even throwing rocks this big, many yards. Big barrels like this that can knock people down, he can just throw it above his head. And normal humans, you know nothing. He can just throw you so hard it splatters your head against other stuff. You see like little pieces of a ship, he can like break it like that and then toss it. During these older days, tackles this dinosaur, for example. Yes, he's had to take on sharks. Just the collateral damage of him arm wrestling breaks the table they're arm wrestling on. You guys know the barbaric stuff people used to do back in the day. Super soldier tier type character. Look at his strength being able to resist these horses. They even let you know that he's not normal, saying a lesser man would have been torn in two. This guy literally said, hey tower, let me pull it down with my raw strength. Just look at how the ground reacts when he tackles beings to the ground. He has plenty of experience fighting super big things. Call him a barbarian for a reason. There's plenty of examples of him pulling or pushing things. Stone things like this in the middle of to help him in combat against bigger things. This occasion you can see him pushing on big creatures like that, and then he's not afraid to use a blade. You see another occasion, big old stone stuff. Pushes it over like that. Plenty of occasions with different creatures him doing this. You guessed it. Or occasions of stuff like this. It's a reoccurring theme of him pushing big stuff. Has the strength of at least 10 men. Yeah, he don't need superpowers. Even dinosaur mouths that try to crush him, he can just physically stop it with his strength. Still don't think he's strong, he just pushes over a car like that. They even describe him as a perfectly developed physical specimen, perhaps the mightiest warrior of his own or any other age. Conan the Conqueror. Bold is this big compared to his body, it doesn't change the fact he can lift it. Even when big snakes like an anaconda is trying to squeeze him, he don't care. He takes care of them. Smashes it, so you know better not to try to squeeze him. I mean, his grip alone can break your arm, dude. Beyond healing at that. He can just straight up strangle you with his grip and knock you out or kill you that way with just grip. Done it plenty of times with just grip alone. Yeah, just don't get in his vicinity. No mercy. Seriously, why would y'all even try? You should know better. Even if you're a creature of some sort, he still choke you out. And when it comes to creatures, he's just bullied and snapped the necks of many creatures' necks with his bare hands. I mean, look at him wrestling a freaking crocodile this big, popping him with his bare strength. It's just common knowledge at this point. Stuff that a normal human shouldn't be able to do. Conan doesn't give a crap. If laws of physics say you're not supposed to be this strong for a man, doing this to tigers, lions, it doesn't matter if we're talking about bears, wrestling them, big giant birds like this, just beyond normal, not afraid of using blades, which I'm going to get to in a bit. When I'm talking about breaking out of gates or walls or whatever, he's done so plenty of times, getting free of his capturement. Grates or gates ain't just his thing you try to trap him in. Even if we're talking about different types of metal he's bent over the years, he's just too freaking strong. Yeah, that strong. Yes, he can snap chains. Like, your average prisons or chains ain't gonna work on somebody on his level of strength. I mean, we're talking about that guy that can tear apart metal with his bare hands, and you're telling me this ain't normal human level, bro. Like, this occasion as well, this ain't no normal metal, and it's too consistent to say it's an outlier. Yeah, I'm talking this consistent. He's even smashed wooden restraints. It's just standard stuff. And he's extremely fast to the point where eyes can't even follow. He be murking folks faster than the eye can see, and it's just common at this point. Samurais that are implied to be able to fight at faster than I can see type speed. Using a blade, Conan can use his speed and outspeed this same being. Saying artists who move his two swords like blinding fans, Conan still can win. They narrate his speed as how he narrowly evades the point blank shot when it comes to bullets. Other people slice them other allies by accident trying to swing at him because he's too fast. Notice how this being's arrow is already in the air. He doesn't even have his knife out. He begins to pull his knife out. He's still able to throw it. You see how they both pass each other and get him in the process. That's fighting speed. Arrows are something he's always been shown to dodge. So he has the speed, even in several directions, getting hit only once. We're talking about a guy that has to be strong and fast. He facing off against giant spiders, stuff like this. And would you expect him to be slow and weak fighting stuff like this? Goodness. He punched his panther. You'd be surprised on how skilled he is, though. When it comes to hard work and dedication, he actually spends time training, by the way. Marksmanship, the spear toss, knowing how to use a sword, learning better to fight from horseback. He knows how to use battle axes and all that good type of stuff. Of course, with the many different weapons he's used over the years, he used it to slay like big dragons like this. He took out giant metal scorpions. Marvel Comics Super Scroll he taken care of with a weapon. Sword fighting dinosaurs. Yeah, sharks he's taken care of. He's good at swordsmanship, but he does have challenges here and there with other swordsmen that are good. He was even able to fight a few beings with a hand tied behind his back, literally. Just because you're outnumbering him doesn't mean he can't still pull it off. Even if it's 5-on-1, 1 strike, 4 kills that quick. He can throw his sword accurately through you too, even through an archer, even if a guy's on horseback, hard enough to pin you to the wall, even throwing it through your shield and through the man. And he has a history of cutting men straight in half. Yeah, it's very common. Even if we're talking about supernatural beings, swipe and blade, slice and dice. Even if you're way bigger than him, a bigger man, he still can beat you because he has skills on top of his strength. Even if his sword is messed up, still can win. When it comes to him and his blade, it's like the sword is a part of him, an extension of him. If you really have your doubts about him being concrete in that super soldier tier, well, he did fight Captain America. Marvel Conan is a beast. Letting you know where Marvel wants him at in skills and speed and strength and etc. Captain America has some of the best fighting speed feats in comics. And Conan was kind of able to get the edge over him. Even Wolverine in swordplay. And you know he chops up stuff like this big with Scarlet Witch on this occasion because she can. This dude Conan even said, "Cowabunga" to you, Vision. I mean, other than the fact he can fight multiple ninjas when it comes to skills and strength, he fights the poster boy super soldier tier characters of Marvel. Yeah, throwing skill and power and everything. Conan doesn't care if you're Wolverine or not. He can still battle you. You know, for panel. Keeping up with you in fighting speed and not just getting speed blitzed by Wolverine. Yeah, he's that strong. Big snakes like this, he curb stomps. Stupid raptors with throwing power get murked. Yes, he uses firearms when he's in current time and has accuracy. It's your standard surviving type stuff. We're talking about other stuff other than swordplay. Like archery, he's still extremely accurate where he can split other arrows down the middle because of his accuracy. Or even from far away. He can hit you with a headshot that far away, y'all. Might want to call him Hawkeye before Hawkeye was even born. Yes, he uses axes, can use it as a projectile to throw stuff, breaking bows by throwing it. He even tosses axes most men can't even lift. Accurate because one toss, 2 kills. Can just straight up kill birds by throwing rocks at it. Even on horseback, you're not safe from rock throws. He uses spears, like on this occasion taking out an elephant with the spear. Can also use knives and throw them accurately. Takes out sharks with doing stuff like this. He's one of the best knife fighters. He's so skilled, he's even beat other martial arts fighters that are pretty good, but are they better than him? Nope. Even if they got a blade, he got a blade. He can still counter on their level and even get the advantage and win. Just when you thought he couldn't get more nuts. Y'all remember that time he got blinded? He supposedly has a sixth sense. A lot of warriors learn how to train while not being able to see, like doing this. Perfect axe throws while blindfolded. Can apparently dodge crossbow bolts while blind. Can spar with beings that do have their sight. Throwing swords at invisible men. This cat caught a dagger in his sleep. But enough of that kind of stuff. Of course, you know time travel stuff in Marvel, they have to do it where the 2 Conans, or should I say 3 different Conans, actually crossed paths in sword and axe duels. Yeah, bloody brawl to survival type stuff, battle of the ages. Strength wise, I would definitely say he's in the Captain America range, one of those characters that don't need superpowers to be super soldier tier. Kind of like Batman on how he doesn't have super soldier serum, but he still can hang with super soldiers in his universe when it comes to raw strength and battle. And even win against beings that are stronger than him. That's how I see Conan. And thanks to time travel shenanigans, we get to see team ups like we will never even dream of, like Scarlet Witch and Conan fighting big monsters together, using his sword skills and agility to fight these big monsters with Scarlet Witch. And even see them chilling on the campfire. It wouldn't be a Marvel comic if there wasn't temporary power-ups. Say it with me, even Conan has gotten these before. Like the time he got his whole chest caved in, literally. But he got like infused with a symbiote to heal his wound, to kind of power him up and slice you up. I mean, you can kind of see, look how high he jumped to this big thing's head. When Elektra's about to get blitzed, he protects her, thanks to him having some symbiote on him at the moment. You know he's powered up because when big things like this try to smash him, it doesn't just instantly kill him, despite it being building size. One can argue that Conan currently is at that Spider-Man ranges, thanks to having symbiotic properties at the moment. It's even stated the symbiote is spending what little life it has left repairing his damaged body. Would you have ever imagined a team-up of a barbarian, an assassin, a wizard, and 3 of the deadliest warriors alive? Yeah, that's Marvel crossover comics for you. In this temporary powered-up state, he seems to be able to reshape his weapon he has, like into a hammer, as they work together to take on this big being. Like, there's an angle of it, like Wolverine and everybody working together to slice it, even Voodoo, hammer it down. But of course, temporary powers like this don't last long. He was on the edge of death, and Dr. Voodoo had to bring him back and heal him up, you know. Speaking of temporary power-ups, he had another power-up where he could kind of withstand the deep pressures of what an Atlantean can withstand by drinking this special potion. It only lasts for 6 hours, so it's definitely temporary. But he kind of looks epic looking blue like this and being able to breathe underwater, Conan. Like this, of course, he gets in like a little scuffle with Namor, somebody that I would say underwater is like near powerhouse level being. Wouldn't you say so? Yeah, he's pretty strong. But of course he didn't stay like this. Yeah, but who needs temporary power-ups? Who would have ever guessed we would see him in a panel fighting alongside Dr. Doom? There's some implications he can react to like electric type stuff or even deflect it with his sword fighting speed. And he's fighting people with current technology. Still speed blitzing them. Dude even met Black Cat, bro. What a different type of meeting. This dude even reacted to Spider-Man's web. Well, the Scarlet Spider, which is pretty much comparable to Peter anyway. Even took a lick from him. So you know he ain't normal. This dude even got an entanglement with Black Panther, one of the most overpowered super soldier tiers who I don't think he's on the level of, especially when his suit can absorb the kinetic energy of stuff like that. But yeah, he did decent for a second. Conan's even been chilling with Magic. Ain't that a funny team up? But at the end of the day, guys, that's just about going to do it. Respect Conan. Yeah, he's definitely a super soldier in Marvel. That's just obvious at this point. How strong do you think Conan is? But in the meantime, I also got to give a quick shout out to those that took the time to donate to the channel. It helps out a lot, believe it or not. Respect Conan the Barbarian. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.